My name is Carrie Lum, and the course I'll be sharing with you is Business 120 Principles of Business. My first objective is to make sure that my homepage on La Lima is easy to understand and simple to navigate for the students. They can go to any of these boxes on the top to get the syllabus, the course calendar, PowerPoint, homework, exams, and the gradebook. I've done this through a Google Doc, which I have put into the home page. They can see for the exact week that we're on what chapter we're covering with a link to the PowerPoint, the homework with a link to those pages, special projects we might be doing with a link to get to those pages, and the next exam, and they can also link to the exam page. In addition to reading the PowerPoint and the textbook, we do homework that is one-on-one between myself and the student. Multiple choice and essays allow them to show me if they've mastered the information, and I can communicate with them one-on-one. 20% of the class grade is based on collaboration, and I will go over those tools. For certain chapters, the students go to the chat room. As you can see, several teams have started already. They create their own teams of 3 to 4 students, and I give them a question that pertains to what was covered that week. The students will do their own research and then come together to collaborate and agree on their ideas, and I will then give feedback as the instructor to what they have submitted. For certain other chapters, we use the discussion forum, where students go and answer a question, but they also have to do a part 2, which requires that they read what other students have submitted the previous week, and the next question has to come in the form of how they would answer it based on the other students' ideas. This gives them the opportunity to get more perspectives than just their own, and to think about how the content that we've learned would apply to what other people are thinking, even if it's different from themselves. I also will be using the Wiki tool. With the Wiki tool, we'll be having students look at a certain question, and they have to answer by adding different pieces to the answer until they come up with a final end project which they can submit to me. This will be done towards the end of the semester as a culmination of everything that they've learned. I also use the news alerts and other tools to get critical thinking. For example, with news alerts, I have students go to the tool where I have a portal that they can look through to see current topics that are in the news. 4 times during the semester, I will ask them a question that pertains to what's covered in the chapter for that week, but they have to actually answer the question based on a particular article that's been in the news recently. This allows them to take what we've learned and apply it to what's really going on in the world. I also use the polls to find out what students think primarily about the collaboration activities that they've been doing, if it was valuable in helping them learn more about what we've covered, or if it did not help as much, how we could make it better. Students can also go anytime to the course gradebook, which is categorized by the different type of projects that we're doing, collaboration, exams, and homework. And they can see at any time what their grade is. In summary, I feel that students can get a lot out of the online experience. However, you have to give them the opportunity and the tools in order to be able to share and collaborate to the extent that they would be able to do that in a face-to-face classroom. If you can incorporate that into the class and they can have the flexibility of doing the work around their schedule, then it's a win-win on both sides. During the first week of the semester, I have students go to a PowerPoint presentation that give them an overview of the class. They then read the syllabus for more detailed information, and we have a virtual scavenger hunt where they look for important information that they need to know. They can also look on our course calendar to see what is happening every week of the semester. In addition to that, I've created this Google Doc, which I update every Monday. They can see for that given week what chapter we're on. They can link to the homework, link to special projects, and they always know when the next exam is and how to link to there. Interaction is very important in an online class, so students know that I respond to their emails within 24 hours during the weekday and by Monday morning when they send me an email during the weekend. I also use many of the tools to collaborate: chat rooms, forums, questions through the essay questions on assignments, and different tools that I'll be discussing more in the presentation. I also include activities to encourage critical thinking. It's important that students show me that they have not just memorized the information, but they know how to apply it. Therefore, we have a variety of assignments, such as short answer essay questions that ask the student to think about a concept from the textbook, and I'll give them a question that there's not a right or wrong or yes or no answer to, but they have to come up with justifications for their opinions, sourcing different ideas from the textbook. I also use a variety of tools here for looking at critical thinking. For example, in the chat room, it's more than just a discussion, but they actually have to research the subject before they come to the chat room and then apply it to a question that's based on what we've learned in the textbook. The news alerts, that tool has been very important to be able to get students to look at something we've learned and try to apply that to a story that's actually out in the news today. So it's more than just being able to memorize the concept, but taking it further and applying it to how that relates to what's going on around them and what their opinion is. Again, the opinion is not right or wrong, but really how they can interpret the information based on what they've learned in the classroom. On my syllabus and in my welcome slideshow, I show students up front how they will be assessed. There are a variety of ways that I assess the students. The exams and multiple choice questions assess their basic understanding of the concepts taught. What's very important, though, is that they show me that they can apply that information through answers on short essay, chat rooms, discussion boards, wiki collaboration, and through the news alerts. For example, with the news alerts, they have to show that they understand how the concept from the textbook relates to the actual article that they're reading. And then they have to think about it to give me information on their opinions and their perspectives on the articles that have come up. For assessments, my goal is to grade all tests, exams, and assignments within 1 week after the due date so students can get quick feedback and know their current cumulative grade. They can always go to their gradebook to see where they stand, and I have the gradebook organized by category, all of the collaboration activities that they work on, which make up again 20% of the class grade, their exams, and the homework, which includes the news alerts. The Laulima homepage is designed to make it very quick and easy for students to see what is expected of them and easy to navigate to get to the different pages. Through this Google Doc that's on my La Lima homepage, they can get to all of the important information in the course. And when they see what is due for that very week, they can go straight to the pages by clicking right on the home page. They also have the option of using any of the drop-down boxes. And I'll use the announcement section for things that are important that I want to highlight that they need to see. At the beginning of the semester, I also encourage students to use the links here to review the LCC homepage and different resources that are available to them.